Hi everyone, welcome to watergoddesstarot. So today we're looking into what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person. Now if you do not have a particular person in mind, then too you can watch this reading either for your future person or just for people in general. Alright? So now we have 3 images, 3 piles to choose from. I'll show you the close-ups as well. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. You can pause the video, take your time and choose the image that you feel drawn to the most intuitively. Meanwhile, let's just begin with pile number 1. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person. For you we have Page of Cups, the Lovers in reverse, Make a Meal Upright, and here we have a Black Egg. Alright. Now pile number 1, before I proceed ahead with your reading, I don't know why, but intuitively I'm getting a message for you that you smell really nice. Okay? It could be a particular scent, a particular perfume that you use, or there's something about the way you smell. And it just drives this person crazy, okay? And it makes this person feel really turned on whenever they are around you. So there's definitely something around fragrance that I am able to channel at this point of time. Now coming to the cards, what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is your overall energy. There's a high possibility that you look younger than your age, alright? And there is something about your aura, the way you carry yourself, the way you dress up, especially the way you carry yourself when you are out and about, okay? There's something about your appearance in the outside world, how you carry yourself, how you talk to people, how you handle yourself, you know, in parties or in community meetups or whatever for that reason, at your workplace. For everyone, it's going to be different, but the fact is that whosoever you're watching this reading for observes you a lot. Okay, even if you have no idea about this, this person really observes the way you move, the way you dress up, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you laugh, the way you smell, the way you smile, the way you talk to people, the way you enchant everyone with your aura. So your aura is your asset, I would say. And this is what sets you apart from others in the eyes of this person. Okay, you could also be someone who is a flirt. Okay, you could be a smooth talker. There's something about the way you talk to this person. If ever you've tried to flirt with this person, I mean, you've had them at the go itself. Okay, they were super impressed in the initial bit itself because you're very charming. Okay, you're very, I would say, you're very good to talk to. You make your person feel good about themselves, about you, about the bond that they share with you. And this again is something that comes very naturally to you because it's a part of your personality. You do not have to try hard, or you do not have to be tried to be like somebody in order to kind of tick off the boxes that I am mentioning at this point of time. No, you have it in you. There's a lot of charisma, there's a lot of Venusian energy to you, pile number 1. And this is what sets you apart in the eyes of your person, okay? What sets you apart from others in the eyes of this person is how creative you are as a person. You know, you're giving me a very childlike kind of an energy where you are like that little boy or that little girl in spite of being in a man's or a woman's body. Your inner child is very active, it's very alive, you're very playful, you're very captivating as a person. And the way you talk, your voice, the way you express yourself. Some of you could be very good actors, very good writers, very good at communication, or just very smooth when it comes to your talking skills, when it comes to your communication skills. Okay? There's also something about your intuition, the way you just know things. Okay? Even if you feel otherwise, you need to understand that the person you are watching this reading for has been observing you. I mean, their eyes, they've been fixed on you. So you might feel otherwise about certain things, but then this person is kind of studying you very, very deeply at this point of time, okay? What sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is how homely you feel. You know, you feel like that best friend, that soulmate, that lover, or that kind of a person who just feels like, you know, you are, we say, you know, when we meet someone that, you know what, you feel like home. I don't even feel like I'm meeting you for the first time. It just feels that I know you since, I don't know, forever. You give that kind of vibes. You make this person feel very, very, very comfortable, okay? And they just feel that they've known you. There is that level of comfort that's shared between the both of you, and the person in question over here has not felt this with anybody else. They are very comfortable with you. You make them feel very, very, very comfortable, okay? And to be very honest, what sets you apart is how, without even trying, you won this person over. Okay? I don't know what the current dynamic is between the both of you, but what you need to understand is that if you're not in a relationship with this person, then this person has a huge crush on you. They want to be in a relationship with you, and they are in awe of the kind of person that you are, because they have not met someone like you till now. There is definitely something about your energy, something about your vivaciousness, something about how lively you are and how lively you make them feel. And in their eyes, that is what sets you apart, because the kind of feelings that you ignite in this person are the feelings that they have never felt in their life with anybody else, for that matter. So for them, this is huge. This person also loves your emotional quotient, okay? If you're sensitive, if you're emotional, then it just sets you apart in their eyes, because you're a blend of everything. You're not like that, you know, child jumping from here and there. You can wear different hats when the need be. You can act like a mature man or a mature woman. You can be that sensitive person who empathizes a lot. Then you could be that friend who is ready to just go on any kind of an adventure, who's always going to say yes. Then you could give that solid husband or wife kind of a feel when there's something serious. So it's like you are a beautiful blend of everything, and this is what sets you apart. This person is able to picturize their future with you, and they haven't met people like you in their life who could make them want to settle down, I would say. And you know what? You could be a very good problem solver, pile number one. I don't know if this has happened with this person, but you know, you're that kind of a person who would always work towards fixing the connection of the relationship than just putting an end to it. And this particular person, they have seen you trying your best to come to a middle ground rather than running in the opposite direction in the middle of an adversity or a difficulty. So you know how to have a healthy communication session, I would say, and you're not afraid of speaking your truth, or you're not afraid of even listening to the other person's perspective. You know how to take accountability. You're not a runner, you're not irresponsible when it comes to you being a person. You value connections, you value relationships. So if ever there have been differences, you have been the bigger person. And this is what sets you apart. You do not give up on people. And this person has noticed that about you. And they really, really, really appreciate that. Okay? Now, either you could generally be a very good cook, or if you've ever made anything for the person on your mind, they are in awe of your cooking skills. Okay? They love that you can cook. They love that you make such tasty food. They feel that they've hit a jackpot, because what sets you apart from others is the fact that you are not just a person with, I would say, multiple layers to your personality, but you are all in one kind of a person. I mean, you are so many different people in one that this person doesn't need anything else in their life when they have you, because you are equivalent to, I would say, 5-6 people. That is the kind of person that you are. You know, there are so many hats that you can wear in such an effortless manner, and this person hasn't met a person like you, who can be so fluid, who can be so multi-talented, who could be a jack of all trades and still be so humble about it. There could be something about avocados that I sense. Either you love avocado, or your person loves avocado, or there's something about either of you being an advocate for healthy eating, for maybe plant-based food, vegan food, lots of vegetables. There's something about someone promoting a lot of fitness, sleeping on time, waking up on time, eating healthy, drinking water. So the way you take care of yourself, and at the same time the way you're able to take care of others, is what sets you apart from others. So in the eyes of this person, you are like that jackpot, because you can be as homely as the need be, and you can still rule the world simultaneously. You can wear both the hats. There is a beautiful blend of masculine and feminine energies inside of you. I wouldn't be surprised if you are very feminine in your nature. Regardless of your gender, your emotional quotient is very high, pile number 1. And this is what sets you apart, because it's that sensitivity. The way you express yourself emotionally, and the way you empathize with the person on your mind, the way you are there, the way you make your presence, I would say, felt. Because in your reading, it is very much around how everything that you do impacts this person. And it's not because they're just thinking about themselves. No, not at all. It is because this person is in love with you. I don't know if you know it, but then they have a lot of love for you. So whatever you do, it affects them. Be it good, be it bad, be it anything. This person is madly in love with you. Okay? And what sets you apart in the eyes of your person is how you are an answer to their prayers. I don't know why this is becoming more of them expressing their feelings rather than them letting you know about your qualities, but it is just that this person wants to be with you. This is what I'm getting the most out of everything. What I'm getting is that this person really loves you and they want to grow old with you. Okay? So even if you go through arguments, or you go through fights, or you have been through that phase, you are with someone who really wants to take things forward because they believe in teamwork, and you are their perfect match is what they feel. Okay? What sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is how loyal you are, how honest you are, how truthful you are, and how you do not lie. okay, in this world of illusion, in this world of lying, cheating, and people just doing a lot of things behind the back. You are an exact opposite to this, and this is what sets you apart in the eyes of your person. They really, really admire your moral values, the way you hold yourself up, the way you keep your ethics intact, and no matter what happens, you choose to act in character. You do not go out of your character regardless. I mean, no matter what happens in your life, there are certain things that you will never, I would say, compromise on, and your person knows that, and they really respect you for that. And it is your loyalty, it is your honesty, it is your truthfulness, it is your ethics, your moral values that really set you apart from others in the eyes of your person. Okay? You could either have a Gemini moon sign, or Gemini could be very prominent in your chart. You have a very mercurial kind of a personality, pile number 1. And your person knows this, okay? Because they're really amazed by your communication skills, the way you express yourself. You could be a writer, you could be a singer, you could be someone who is into professions where a lot of communication is required. And if nothing fits your story, then just know that the way you carry yourself and the way you communicate with this particular person is something that sets you apart in their eyes, because there's a lot of surety that you bring to the table. It's like when you're speaking, you are speaking from that place of authenticity. You're not just saying things for the heck of it. So for example, if you're telling this person that you really love them, they know that you mean it. No matter what they say on the outside, but they know that you mean it, and they know that it is coming from your heart space. So it's your honesty, genuinely. And yes, you're very genuine. Yes, you're very, very, very genuine as a person. Okay? And all of this is what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person. And pile number 1, there is something about your voice. Okay? It turns this person on. Whenever they communicate with you, they just go in their la la land, because your voice is either very deep, or it's very seductive, or there is a particular way in which you talk. There could be something about your dialect, about your communication skills, because your way of communicating is coming out so strongly in your reading, and the person in picture, your person, is mesmerized by your voice, the way you talk. There could be a little huskiness to your voice, okay? Maybe they really love your morning voice. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, your voice sounds a bit different. So, yeah, I don't know. But then there's something about your voice, pile number 1, that is coming out very, very strongly. And it sets you apart from others in the eyes of this person. Because, to be very honest, there is nobody who can touch any chord in your person's heart, because their heart is already yours. You have zero competition. I'll be very, very, very honest, because this person is head over heels in love with you, and it's your person who has put you up there on a pedestal. So if you feel right now that you are that ultimate king or the queen or that emperor or the empress, it is because this person is giving you the title, that energy, and they're giving you a lot of power, knowingly or unknowingly. Your happiness or your power actually lies in the hands of this person, because what they see in you, even you do not see that in yourself. Okay? So this person could actually be your mentor, could be your motivator for life, Mentor, when I say, I don't say it in that literal sense. What I mean to say is that you can learn a lot from each other. I don't know why, pile number one, but I strongly feel that either you're in a very solid relationship with this person, or you're going to be in a very, very, very solid relationship with this person, or this is your future spouse. Okay? And yes, if you are happy with someone, then even that person could be your spouse, because this energy is very stable. This energy is like, it's giving me marriage vibes. So if you're dating someone right now, there's a high possibility that you're going to get married to them. And for those who are absolutely single watching this reading just like that, then they know that it's your future spouse who is really just going to be head over heels in love with you. And yeah, that is what I have for you. Yeah, pile number one, that is what I have for you. Thank you for choosing me to read for you. Thank you for clicking on this video. And yeah, if you like this reading, then please do like, share, comment and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number two, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person. For you, we have Four of Coins, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Clear your energy field. And we have Bat in reverse. Okay. Alright, pile number two. Now, what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is your resting bee face. Okay. You are very, very, very attractive, and you look hot when you do not smile. When you are in that energy of that resting bee face, and you're just sitting and you are in that, I mean, it just shows in your energy, where you tell the other person without even uttering a word that, you know what, do not waste my time. You're a baddie, pile number two. And this is what sets you apart. Because the way you hold yourself back, the way you put boundaries, the way you have your walls high up, the way you do not entertain anyone and everyone. You're very selective. And this person really respects you a lot because you're so stingy with your energies. So they know that you're not here for everyone. You're not going to waste your time. And you will only be reciprocating the energy that you will be receiving. These are the vibes that you give off. And this is what sets you apart from others, because you as a person, you have a lot of clarity. People these days, they do not know what they want. They are talking to everyone. They are a part of a lot many groups, because in general, especially now, people need validation for existence. Okay. And yes, this is not going to apply to everyone, I would say, because if you're aware, if you are on that journey of discovering yourself, of healing, putting in the work, it's a different story altogether. But right now we are generalizing it because of whatever is happening in the society at large. Okay. So if I look at it from that perspective, then you're very, very, very different. Okay, you are a rare breed, I would say, because you just spend time with yourself. I mean, you could be that person who doesn't have a lot of friends. You are not the person who will go up to people and, do small talk. You're not that kind of a person. And then this makes your energy expensive automatically. It makes the other people around you know that, you know what, if you're approaching him or her, then you got to come straight, because he or she is not like every other guy or girl who you cross paths with. This person is different. They are high value. You give that energy of you being a high value person. You just make the other person respect you automatically. And it is not because of you holding yourself back. It is purely because of you knowing how you deserve to be treated, you having high standards, and you not compromising on your standards for anybody for that matter. You do not do it. And this is what sets you apart from others. Because a person might budge here and there for XYZ reasons, but when it comes to you, no. You are not going to settle. You're not going to lower your standards. You're not going to do something to make somebody else feel better at the cost of you suffering. You're never going to do that. You could be someone who is very good at saying no. You could be someone who is very good at cutting off people. And this really sets you apart. You could have ended a lot of friendships, or this person knows this about you. This person knows that, your cutoff game is very strong, or you could be very brutal, or, you could be very straightforward. You're just you. And there's nobody like you, pile number 2. I genuinely do not have a lot to say about you, because I'm just getting the energy of that person who conserves their energy, who are to themselves, who are, those kind of people who like their own company. You're like that, I would say, contented loner. Okay, you are that contented loner who likes their company, who likes to spend time with themselves, who likes to mind their business, who are not interested in who's doing what, who's not into this chase of numbers or validation, seeking validation from the outside world in any shape, way or form. You are you. Even if you want to post anything on social media, you're just going to do it. And you do not even care as to who's liking it, who's not liking it, because you're a very good judge of character. You already know who you can trust, who you cannot trust, how many friends you have, how many people are wearing masks in your life. You're very good with all of this. And this particular person, they know because they've seen that side of yours. Okay? And they really feel that it is this quality of yours that sets you apart, that you do not give a dime. You do not give a dime about how you're being perceived. Because, pile number 2, as a person, with the kind of nature that you have, with the way you carry yourself, you are going to be highly, highly, highly misunderstood. All your life you're going to be like that only. I know that you have been through this phase of people misunderstanding you. They might be thinking that, who does he or she think of themselves, and they're just to themselves, or they feel that, they have attitude, blah, 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 all those stories. But no. You're expensive. Your energy is expensive. You are not going to give your energy, or you're not going to allow your energy to leak out for people who are not worthy of receiving your energy. So you're very conscious when it comes to who you're spending time with. And you're very, very, very brutal. And, I'm getting that energy of someone just getting turned on by the fact as to how brutal you can be when it comes to your cutoff game. If somebody is disturbing your peace of mind, you are going to remove them from your life. That's the kind of person that you are. That's the kind of vibes that you carry. That's the kind of vibes or, principles that you kind of operate on. And this is what makes you different. This is what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person. And you could be very spiritual also. You could be that person, who is doing certain rituals here and there around the new moon, around the full moon, or you have certain practices where you work with crystals, or you work with sage to cleanse energies, or you're doing something or the other just to kind of protect yourself, amp up your protection, keep yourself protected, and have that, protection shield around you, that shield of protection, that Your auric field needs to be very, very strong, and you are actively working towards maintaining that. And this is something that sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person, because you're very particular. You can smell BS, you call people out. You're not afraid of stating things as it is. Okay? You are not that person who is going to wait for another day to kind of put forth your points. You're going to do it. Even though you like to hold back, but then if someone rubs you the wrong way, you give it back. You do not wait for justice to be served. You are going to speak your truth. Okay? What sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is that you're not easy. Okay? You take your time. You are not gullible, you're not easy, you take your time, you have boundaries, you have standards. As I've said, you are a very high value kind of a man or a woman, pile number 2. And this is what your person really respects about you. Because in the times of everyone running at a speed of I don't know what, you are in your old school era. You are living a different life altogether, living life on your terms, and just moving at the speed at which you feel comfortable. So you are not into those norms, those traditions, those rules, regulations. You form your rules, you stick to those rules, and you just live life on your terms. And this is something that sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person. Okay? What sets you apart from others is the fact that you're very ambitious. Okay? You're very ambitious and you're very tough on yourself. You might be doing your best. You might have achieved a lot in your life, but you're very humble about your achievements. You're very, very, very humble and down to earth when it comes to what all you have acquired till now. And at the same time, you always work towards raising your own bar. You do not need another person to come and tell you to aim higher or to dream bigger. You already have big dreams, you already have big goals, and you're very, very, very ambitious. But there is that hunger inside of you that makes you feel not so satisfied even after achieving so much in your life. And it's that hunger that sets you apart, because your person hasn't met anyone like you who has it all, who has the best of everything, but still feels that, they can do better, or they could have achieved more, or they should try harder. So you have that spirit in you where you're very disciplined, you're very hardworking, you're very focused, you're ambitious, and you will do anything to reach heights, to reach your goals. Okay. This is what sets you apart from others, pile number 2. What sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is the fact that you remember everything. Okay, you remember everything. You're that person who remember dates. You are that person who remembers who did what to you. Okay, you could be that person who forgives but never forgets. You could be that kind of a person. You could be that person who is a visualizer, who manifests through visualization. What sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is how dedicated and disciplined you are in your everyday life. How you are not afraid of going that extra mile in order to achieve your goals. For a lot of you, you could be an early riser, or you are working towards improving your routine and becoming an early riser, where you wake up at a fixed time, you exercise, you eat healthy, then you do what's required, you take care of yourself, you nurture yourself, then you go for work. You have a fixed routine, a fixed lifestyle basically, and then you have certain time left in your day to do something just out of syllabus, maybe, for that matter. But then there is definitely something about you that speak volumes of you being very, very, very mature and very to yourself. Okay, someone who likes being at home, or someone who likes being in that shell, someone who doesn't like being disturbed, someone who can entertain themselves even if there is no social interaction. You're that kind of a person. And this really sets you apart because you do not need another person to make you feel fulfilled or happy. You have found that within yourself. You are your own best friend. And this is what sets you apart from others, because again, you're not living for validation. Your happiness is not dependent on someone else's perception of you. Even if you're watching this reading at this point of time, it's just for that, that thing in your head that, let me just see what this person thinks about me. It's just that 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀 kind of a thing. That's it. Otherwise, your, I would say, confidence or your worth doesn't depend on anybody whatsoever. And because you love yourself so much, because you're to yourself so much, because you're so sure of what you bring to the table, is why this person adores and respects you. And at the same time, all of this really sets you apart from others in their eyes, because again, I would say, you're rare. You are rare, and your person knows that if they let you go for XYZ reasons, they'll never find anyone like you, because people like you are very rare to find, and they feel very lucky that they have you in their life, or at least that your paths crossed with each other. And yes, now the last message that I'm getting before closing your reading is the fact that you could be an animal lover also. You could be very gentle with animals. The way you don't like humans is exactly the opposite of how friendly you are with animals, or how much love you have for animals in your life. And again, I would say this is what sets you apart, because that resting bee face doesn't mean that you are that bitch. No, it's just that you know who deserves your love, and you pour it exactly where you know that your energy is going to be valued. So the way you deal with animals, or the way you treat animals, or if you have any pets for that matter, this person is in awe of it. And they really, really, really admire and respect you a lot for the whole of you, for however you are, in all your phases, in all your moods, in everything, top to bottom, all the ins and outs. This person is a fan, I would say. All right. So yes, this is what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person. For you, we have Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands, then we have Pleasure, and here we have a Rabbit. Okay. Now, whosoever you are, pile number 3, the person on your mind is very attracted to you, okay? They have a lot of 18 plus thoughts about you. They are very passionate towards you, and I'm getting a lot of lust and a lot of passion. Now, what you need to understand, that lust is not always bad. So do not take it in that direction that, okay, this person just wants me for one thing, or they're very lusty, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not that. What you need to understand is that this is also an expression, okay? Maybe your person's love language is physical touch, and that is where they express themselves beautifully to their best, to the core of however they feel for you. Now coming to what sets you apart in their eyes. It's the same qualities. What sets you apart in their eyes is the fact that you have so much of fire and passion inside of you. You know, even when you are describing a regular object, it is you who gives life to that object. The way you talk, the way you describe something, the way you express yourself, the way you communicate, the way you put yourself out there, it speaks volumes of how excited you are for what life has to offer. You are like that opportunist in the eyes of this person. Again, being an opportunist is not bad. Please understand. It is like you are that person who's always ready to see what life has to offer. And because you're always ready is why you are able to make the most of the opportunities that come your way, because you're not sleeping. You're not sleeping on yourself. You are not sleeping on your potential. You're not procrastinating. You are like that. You're like that. What do I say? You're giving me the energies of someone who's very much influenced by Mars, because I see a lot of passion, I see a lot of fire, I see a lot of action, a lot of forward movement, someone who's quick, someone who's fast, someone who is very good at what they do. You know, you light up this person's world. Wherever you go, you bring light with yourself. You could be a light worker. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a light worker, pile number 3. But every room that you enter, you end up illuminating that space. This is what sets you apart from others. Your job or profession could be such where you motivate people, or where you make people meet their potential, or where you make people feel good about themselves. And this is what sets you apart. Even if this is not a part of your profession, pile number 3, you are that kind of a person who likes to lift people up. This is the quality that you have inside of you. And this is what sets you apart from others, because people these days do not care about, I would say, people closest to them. But you are that person who would care about a stranger too, because it's your nature, it's your core. All you know is to spread your light. All you know is to spread your magic. All you know is to illuminate spaces that are full of darkness, because that is what your purpose here is on this planet. And your person knows it. They might not know the actual terms, but they know that there's something about your energies that raises the vibrations of the planet or the people around you, or them for that matter. They might have experienced your energy very, very, very strongly. So whenever you've interacted with this person, you have only inspired them to be better at what they do, to be better at how they're operating in their everyday life. You have that power of fueling people with your magic. Okay, and everyone's magic is going to be different. And in the eyes of your person, it just sets you apart from others, because what you can do, nobody else can. And this is something very difficult for a person to describe or to put in words, because they are feeling it on a core level, but they are not being able to describe it precisely as to what they actually want to say at this given point. But they are feeling it in the depth of their soul. Okay? What sets you apart from others is how much you believe in God and how much you are protected by God. This person has seen you being protected by a higher power, a deity that you pray to, and they have seen how God has acted out in your life. Okay. So there is this very strong connect that you share with God, and this sets you apart from others because you give God the glory that God deserves. Not everyone does that. You know that it's not you, it's God. And the way you acknowledge, the way you surrender when the need be, the way you pick yourself, the way you pick yourself up, the way you just deal with life as if you know how the cards are laid or what's going to happen. I mean, you have this immense faith in an energy or a higher power, and it is very difficult to shake that because you have experienced God come through for you n number of times. So the way you surrender to God, or the way you give God all the glory for everything that has transpired in your life, is what sets you apart from others in the eyes of this person. Okay. And you're also someone who's very ethical, pile number 3. You have a good moral compass. You're very ethical. You're not that kind of a person who is going to wrong someone in order to, just go ahead in life or in order to win in life. Yes, you're ambitious. Yes, you are passionate. Yes, you have a lot of fire inside of you. Yes, you could be impulsive sometimes, but you will never ever in your life walk over anyone in order to get what you want. And this is what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person, because you can be competitive as hell, but you're never going to let that spirit of competitiveness get so much to you that you forget the difference between what's right and what's wrong. Again, everyone's definition of right and wrong is going to be different. We're not going to get into that debate. But then over here, what you need to understand is how your person perceives you to be. They just feel that the way you hold yourself up, the way you have your ethics and values in place is something that's very rare to find in this world. And they just really admire you. This person really, really, really admires you. And I mean, see, pile number 3, you're giving me the vibes of someone who's a motivational speaker. I don't know what you do for a living, but just understand that your words have a lot of power. So when you talk, when you tell this person that, what, I'm going to do this, and nothing is impossible. If I can do it, you can do it. And forget about me. Why do you underplay so much? You will be able to achieve XYZ in your life. I mean, so you are that person who can, as I've said, my first statement was that, you give life to things that are lifeless. That's what your energy does to people. And the person on your mind feels that it really sets you apart because you believe in yourself, you believe in others, and this pushes people to believe in themselves. And this is a beautiful gift to have, because you yourself have no idea, pile number 3, how many lives you're changing and impacting. Even though we are looking at this reading from the energy of your person, the person on your mind, but I strongly feel that you are someone who has a social media presence, or you have the ability to inspire people in some shape, way or form, where you will end up motivating people to kind of dream big and achieve all their dreams. Some kind of platform you will have to yourself, if not now, then definitely in the future. Okay. Now, what sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is how adaptable you are and how good you are with changes. Even in the middle of a change, you do not freak out. You adapt so fluidly to changes, and you might also be someone who keeps on changing from time to time. Maybe you are very good with changing your look, your hairstyle. You transform a lot. Especially when it comes to your physical appearance, it keeps on changing from time to time. Maybe you're very fond of traveling, so you travel from one destination to another, and you just like to explore new places, new cultures, try out new things in your life. So there's energy of you trying different things and you taking that leap of faith and just doing you by being you is something that sets you apart, because for your person, you are not like everybody else. I'll be very honest. This person hasn't met a firecracker like you in their life. You know, you are that firecracker in the life of this person. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up telling you something similar to that, you know what, my life is very dark and you just came into my life and now my life is full of light and I give all the credit to you, because if I'm happy today, that is because of you. You have that power in you, pile number 3. Okay? You're a risk taker. You are a risk taker, pile number 3, and if you want something, you will do anything and everything that's possible, keeping your morals in check, and you'll go to that extent of making sure that you get it. As I've said, there's nothing that's impossible for you. Impossible is one word that doesn't exist in your dictionary, and it's this confidence that you have in yourself and the confidence that you instill in your person and even others. I don't know why, but again and again I just feel that you have an audience to you, or you will have people look up to you in the future, because you are that kind of a person, and it really sets you apart from others. Because in this day and age, to have a mindset like yours that is full of positivity, that is full of light, I mean, I wonder how much shadow work you would have done, how much healing you've gone through in your life in order to reach this stage that, you know, now you have that ability to make people believe in themselves even when they cannot see what they're capable of achieving. So you're literally doing God's work. I strongly feel that, pile number 3. What sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is how you look, your physical body. Okay, this person finds you very tempting, very alluring, very sexy. Okay, regardless of your gender, there's something about your silhouette. There is something about how you take care of yourself. There is something about how comfortable you are in your skin. There is also something about how you pleasure yourself. And when I say pleasure yourself, I'm not just talking about that typical self-love kind of a thing. I'm literally talking about you touching yourself, coming in that sacral energy, that feminine energy, and pleasuring yourself in order to experience the ultimate pleasure of your life with or without anyone. Okay? So if you have an intimate kind of a bond or a relationship with this person, then know that they are head over heels, because they love every inch of your body. Okay? If you're a woman who's watching this reading, what sets you apart from others in the eyes of this person is, I would say, your upper body. Okay? And upper body specifically around your chest area, I would say, and your lower body somewhere around, you know what I'm trying to say at this point of time. I cannot be way too direct over here, pile number 3, because this is YouTube and I got to abide by whatever rules they have. So I do not want to kind of go in that direction where I'll have to be very direct, but just understand that there is something about, you know, your upper body. Okay, however everything sits on your body. Okay, it's like there is this strong emphasis on your physical beauty, on your body more than your face. It's like your body, it's very sensual. There's a lot of sensuality to you, pile number 3. Okay, and your person feels that they haven't met anyone who tastes like you, who smells like you, who looks like you, who is like you. Okay, if this is a romantic connection, then this person literally worships you from top to bottom. They literally worship you from top to bottom, and in their eyes, you are the ultimate dream man or woman, because for them, like, now, the way you look in itself sets you apart from others in their eyes. For them, there is no match. You are the end game. You are at the top of it all. Okay? And I strongly feel that if you have had an intimate kind of a session with this person where you both were together, okay, and you experienced something on a physical level with each other, then it satisfied them to the core, and it was very spiritual in nature. This person hasn't had this kind of an experience with anybody else the way they had with you, and the way you make them feel in the bedroom and outside of the bedroom is what sets you apart from others. You're very good. You're very, very, very good when it comes to, you having some kind of intimate moments with this person, and your bodies amalgamating with each other. And however this experience has been between the both of you, okay, however this exchange has happened, it has made this person feel on top of the world. And if it has not happened yet, then this person wants things to go in this direction, and they really want to experience you, they want to taste you, because they feel that there's nobody like you. They cannot even dare to compare you with anybody else, because for them you are the end game. Okay, this is what sets you apart, because the way you can satisfy this person, nobody else can. There's something about your energy, and it's like you infuse so much of light even through that sacred act of, the two physical bodies coming together and they're exchanging energies. It is not just that 3-word thing that's happening. It is beyond that. It is spiritual in nature. It's like two souls are coming together. Energies are getting exchanged. And it's that soul crashing kind of an intimate experience that this person always wanted, and you gave them that. And if it has not happened, I would again say that's what they want, because they know. Because that's you. That's you, pile number 3. You are a goddess, regardless of your gender, in the eyes of this person, because you carry that energy. You carry that energy of the ultimate divine feminine inside of you. What sets you apart from others in the eyes of your person is how sensitive you are. Okay, you could be that cutie little thing who has a lot of power and a lot of fire, but you are, you're the little sensitive kind of a being with a pure heart, where you get hurt very easily, where you cry very easily, where you are able to empathize with the pain of others, where you are able to kind of listen to everyone's problems and channelize that energy in such a way that you're able to bring healing to people, that you're able to solve their problems. This is something that sets you apart. You might not ever cry about it, but the way you alchemize energies, the way you play with energies, the way you alchemize your pain into your power, the way you have done it and the way you do it on a regular basis also, is something that this person is in awe of, and it sets you apart from others because they haven't met someone like you. You're energetically very, very, very up there. You're very high vibrational, pile number 3. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a healer. I wouldn't be surprised if you practice spirituality on a professional level, or you have a spiritual business or a spiritual touch to whatever you do in your everyday life. Because I'm getting that energy very, very, very strongly for you. So yes, overall, this is what I have for you, and this is what sets you apart in the eyes of your person, pile number 3. And I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, I'm getting one message that there's also something about your smile. Okay, you could have a beautiful smile, the way your teeth look, the way you smile. It's like that perfect Colgate smile is something that I'm getting at this point of time. But then, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So yes, if you liked our reading, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!